too. He said he liked my legs and them boots. I can make a man choose. Leave them girls from the city. You got nothing left to lose. There's only one thing us southern girls can do. We can ride the bull. Them other girls are cool. Them other girls are cute. But we can ride the bull. Them other girls are cool. Them other girls are cute. But we can ride the bull.
What is pussy poppin', you beautiful humans? My name is Ariane Andrew.
I'm Matt Dillon, and welcome to another piping hot episode of Sipping the Tea, where we want, girl.
Where we sip the tea and I guess
Spill that tea. Yeah, honey, that's free on iTunes while it lasts. Let me sip some, girl. That's some good tea, Chad. How you doing, girl?
What's poppin'? I got little Glitty here. And who you have over there?
We got Miss Mama coming live from Miami. And yeah, girl, that song that just played is this beautiful diva in the box right below. What up, Royse? Welcome to Sipping the Tea, girl.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Good. I'm super stoked that you're here. She has a poppin' new single, Ride the Bull, if you didn't really capture that moment. That is climbing up the charts so fast. It's at 250,000 downloads across all the streaming services. What she stands for is phenomenal, and what she has in the future is just super exciting. So, let's spill some tea. Take it away, Ariane.
Spill some tea. Okay, well, clearly, girl, 2020, I like to say it's been a very interesting year with so many interesting things happening. But, we definitely want to highlight some positivity because I feel like we've had a lot of negativity happening in the world. So with this year being very interesting, what have been some positive takeaways you've gotten from what's been going on?
Right. Well, I think 2020, like you said, it's been the weirdest year ever. But a good thing is it kind of made me slow down because I'm always going, trying to work my butt off. And I finally had time to just go back home because once, everything hit, I thought it was the end of the world. So I was like, I'm going home, going back to Texas where there's land and I can run and hide. I don't know what's going to go down. I saw Contagion. So I didn't know what's going to go down, but I got to go home and kind of get back to my roots a little bit, which was really great because then I also got to kind of experiment with my music as well, doing this country, but still LA because I'm Texas and LA. I'm both into one. So it was really good for me.
Love that.
I love that. I think that's a nice point about the family because it's that's something as somebody that their family's in all the way in Australia, it's been this struggle where that's where good friends come through, honey, to keep you grounded, to keep you good. But let's talk about that duality between Texas and LA and the new single. I wanna know what the genesis was when you were writing Ride the Bull. Not riding, writing, honey. I was just what was that genesis when you were writing?
What was it writing?
Oh, honey. Take it back because it is such a fusion of this modern pop esque, and then it's your tones. It's such a beautiful fusion. It's no wonder people are vibing.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really fun because I was working with some people before, and it was very there was a lot of pressure. And so when I started working on my new music, I said, I just want to have some fun. I just want to make something that I would want to listen to, and I would want to feel hot and sexy and confident while listening to it, and also make fun of myself a little bit, have a good time, because life is too short, and music is such a gift that it gets to take us out of our crazy moments. And so I just wanted a song that got to, take people somewhere. And I feel like this song does. It takes you on a wild, country, sexy, fun little vibe.
I like this one here. She's beautiful.
No, I love what you said of just kind of having fun and using music to just I feel like music is like a therapy. You know what I mean? You turn on something and you're just hey, get it. And you're all about the positivity train and all that.
Mhm.
I want to ask you a question because you see people like Lizzo who have definitely embraced everything about themselves. Like, she's very fully like, this is me, what you see is what you get.
Mhm.
So what is your take on the whole body positivity?
Mm.
I first off, I gotta say, love Lizzo. Love Lizzo. She's so iconic. And I gotta say, I'm so grateful for people like Lizzo because, those are the people who've also inspired me to get where I am now and to feel confident in my body. And of course, there's days where I don't feel confident in my body and I feel insecure. But I think it's just so important to focus not on what you look like, but about being healthy. And that looks different for many different people. I mean, when I was the skinniest and what people would say most healthy, I would struggle with eating disorders, throwing up, hated myself, couldn't leave the house because of my social anxiety. But once I went on this journey of self-love and realizing that it doesn't matter and eating healthy and feeling healthy and doing what's best for my body, I was able to be like, you know what? I love myself. I want to treat myself the best way I can. And so I just went on this journey of like looking in the mirror, even if I was crying, and being like, you're beautiful. I love you. You've done so much. And just being proud of myself because life is so short to live it not feeling confident and amazing because everybody is uniquely beautiful. So it's like, don't worry about it. Beauty standards, forget them, throw them out the window because they're going to change in 5 years anyway to make it something unrealistic that no one can obtain. So just love yourself. That's like my period.
Damn.
I
I love everything you said about that because what is healthy for someone or what is how someone feels comfortable in their own body, everyone is such their own unique individual. So it looks very different for what someone can say, well, and also what I do hate about like our society is that they say like you have to look this way in order to be beautiful. So I love how you just kind of spilt it out saying like, no, look yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm popping and I love
Yes,
because it does start within. Your inner world creates your outer world. So I love
exactly.
everything that you said.
Preaching now, preaching.
I liked what you said, Royce, in terms of because it's always something interesting for me. I don't know whether you guys followed that trainer from The Biggest Loser. She made a controversy talking about unhealthiness
Oh,
directly
don't get me
attached to.
started.
No,
I heard it.
I want to get you started because I'm like, whilst I love these movements, the gay rights movement affects me, BLM, body positivity, it
Right.
also has this connotation of like, holy shit, we're still in this thing where we need a movement or we need something.
Right.
And I think what you nailed, and I really loved it, and I want to repeat it, and I want you to go on it. At your perceived healthiest, you were vomiting, you were at your lowest, you're at this.
Yeah.
So healthy is different in what it looks like. And I think, my God, if that's one takeaway that we can share with our audience, that's huge because it was like, it's not about being skinny. It's not about it's about you personally. And I think, God, you've been on a journey clearly to get to that moment, to understand that. But that just resonated with me because I think it resonates across all these issues that we're having.
Yeah.
Nothing is one size fits all, whether it's weight, sexuality, the color of your skin, and that's what makes us all fucking fabulous. So,
Exactly.
I know, love it. And also what you're saying about the Julian Michael thing, it made me so mad.
Honey, come read a
I was
bit,
like, it made me so mad. I literally, you can ask my friends, I was just ranting for like 5 days after I heard that. Because she's someone people do look up to and people who are heavier look up to. And I was even talking to my trainer about it, and he was like, at the end of the day, let's say someone does live unhealthy, just let people be happy. What is wrong with letting people be happy? Everybody has their things and their demons and whatever, but life is too short to just live miserable. You know what I mean? So I honestly just think it's ridiculous for her to say that. You can't judge someone based off of that. Also, the BMI scale, if you really go back and like look into the history of it, it's messed up anyways. Like it doesn't even make sense. It was never supposed to be your ideal body type. And also Lizzo is an amazing performer. She works her butt off. And I doubt she could put on a show like Lizzo can. Like Lizzo's up there jumping and singing. She's active. Like it was it made me so mad. And people like that who are just going to judge based off one glimpse of somebody is so ridiculous. Just don't judge people. Let people be happy.
Girl, you.
I'm gonna take the hat off. Let me.
I can go for hours about this, so I'll stop.
Right back on.
No, it's good. I think that we need stuff like this because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter your race, your background, any of that. At the end of the day, all we crave is happiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's all we crave. So whatever makes you happy, as long as you know in your gut that what you're doing feels right, do you. Because no one can do you like you.
No one can do you like you. Yes. Love it. Love it.
Love it. Speaking of doing you, so we have Ride the Bull.
Right.
Where are we going with this EP? Drop some tea, honey. Drop some tea.
Okay.
The people want to know. Wait a second.
Since y'all are family, I'm gonna drop some real spicy tea. Ooh. So I have a bunch of maybe some like chai tea. I have a bunch of collabs coming up, which I'm very excited about. And I can't really name all of them yet, but I am so excited because I'm doing one with Eric Bellinger, who is a Grammy Award-winning songwriter, amazing, has an amazing voice, writes for pretty much everybody in this industry. And his music is amazing. So I'm so excited. And this song that I did with him is amazing. And it's just, you know, it's like a fun song, but also it's inspirational. So I hope people love it. I can't wait to release it.
She's coming through with that inspiration shine.
Yes. So I'm excited. But then I also have a lot more surprises in store. So keep paying attention because there's a lot of collabs coming.
Watch this space, honey.
Watch it.
Right.
So, you know, with 2021 right around the corner, what are like your takeaways? Do you think like there's going to be more music and like how do you think the music game is going to change or stay the same? Do you think that there's going to be concerts? Like what are you feeling for 2021?
Oh, well, I'm feeling a lot of things. One, I personally miss concerts so freaking much. Like not even just performing, but going to concerts. So the fanatic in me hopes that they come back and we get a cure or a vaccine and this thing can be over. But I definitely think the music industry is changing. I definitely think a lot more power is going back to artists in a sense. But it's definitely made things more difficult and easier at the same time. So it's going to be very interesting to see kind of what the new normal is, because it's just never going to be the same. This is going to change things in the music industry for a while, which will be very interesting. And also because we've been surrounded on our phones and digital media, things are moving so quick. Like now, even when I make songs, they have to be like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you know, because people want quick they don't want to listen to a 4-minute song anymore. So it's just, everything's definitely changing to, especially with like TikTok, you know, it's 30 seconds to a minute. They want quick gone, like new stuff. So it's changing for sure.
What do you touched on the concept of like the power transferring back to the artist. How important is that? I think that's like, it happens sometimes, but I feel like this is like wiped the boards with record labels, with the way that having a record label is great, but I also think having your own identity and owning that. And I think that's what your journey is on. Like you were stepping Royse, honey, the Dame, child.
Yes, the Dame.
How important is that to keep your creative control over what your dreams and goals and hopes are?
I think it's also, you get to learn what the authentic you is. Because there's so much out there, the fans and people online will be able to read what's fake in 10 seconds. If you're not being your authentic self, they can tell so quick. So I think it's a good thing and a bad thing because you have to stay true to your artistic self. And I think what's good is labels are also realizing that. So they're no longer trying to push the agenda of what they want you to be, of just a brand. You really get to go on this artist journey of who am I? Who am I as a person? Especially with like reality TV, people want to know you now. They don't want to see some superstar that is distant and they have no idea who she is, what she does. Like, no, people want to know what you eat, know what you're like, know your bedtime routine, how you wash your face. Like, So it's cool. It's cool that we get to be more authentic in yourself, but also it's definitely more vulnerable because you are putting so much of yourself out there. So it's a good, with everything, it's a yin and a yang.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I feel like 2020 in itself has just changed the game for not just music, but for everything. So there is normal wasn't working anyways. So it wasn't working. So now, it's what I love about like the music industry now is that you don't necessarily need a label to pop off.
Yeah.
Like your music, you're popping. You can be an independent artist and have that control and be able to do your thing and say like, oh, I'm gonna do it this way, not how I want it, but my way. So I'm super excited to see like what's to come for you and your music.
It's gonna be
collaborations, girl.
So a lot of happiness, a lot of pop. I feel it coming, girl. I feel it coming. Let's round out with some rapid fire, shall we? I wanna hit some rapid fire. So when we mean rapid, honey,
okay.
We get some guests here, honey, that go rapid and then have a little nap and then wake up. I'm like, let's hit it.
So we're gonna go rapid, girl. Okay, ready? So if you could have dinner with 3 people who were dead or alive, who would they be?
Ooh, I gotta say Oprah Winfrey, Freddie Mercury, and Harry Styles because he's the love of my life, for sure.
Ooh, come through, girl.
Honey, if your house was on fire, what 2 things would you run back and get?
Okay, for sure my cat and my dog, but I don't know if that counts. So I'm gonna say my Star Wars memorabilia and pictures because I'm all about memories.
Nice, love that.
Love
if you had one superpower, what would that be?
I think it'd be to heal broken hearts.
Oh, okay, girl.
I would just love to be able to like someone with a broken heart and just be like, no more broken hearts.
I like that. All right, given that we're beating this 2020, if you could go back to any time in the past, where would you go? And it doesn't have to be when you were born. Let's go somewhere together, all of us now.
Okay, I know women were not treated the best in the late 1700s, early 1800s, but I'm obsessed with Pride and Prejudice, and I would love to meet a Mr. Darcy, so I'm going to say the early 1800s.
Oh, okay, girl. All right,
I want to meet a Mr. Darcy too, honey. Let me just...
where is he?
Okay, girl, go ahead and spill that tea of where everybody can follow you at, where they can stream your music and the whole 9.
Yes, so it's Royse the Dame pretty much on every social media platform, but because I'm different, I spell Royse R-O-Y-S-E, the Dame. So make sure to spell it with an S. And then on Spotify, it's just Royse, Ride the Bull. You can find it anywhere. So I'm very excited.
Yes. Where can everybody follow you at, Matt?
They can follow me at Matt Dillon 1983. And what about you, girl?
Everyone can follow me across the board at Ariane Andrew. And of course, Sipping the Tea TV show across the board, except for Twitter. Sipping the Tea TV show.
Because we different like that and some bastard stole it. So
we love it.
Yes. Well, guys, we will catch you same time next week of another episode of Sipping the Tea.
Let's get it. Let's rock out to some Ride the Bull, shall we?
Yes.
This is when I walk away. Thick girls, yeah, we got ass for days. I know you wanna smack it, I ain't gonna have it. Make it rain every day, it's a bad habit. Looking for a cowboy on my Dallas fan, baby. I be spitting heat, Texas summer on the daily. Nail press, hair high, close to the guard. Walking to the dealership like I want 'em. He said he like my legs in the boots. I can make a man choose. Leave them girls from the city. You got nothing left to lose. There's only one thing us southern girls can do. Besides out drink you with the booze. We can ride the bull. And other girls are cool. And other girls are cute.